Hello, welcome back. I'm the Erroneous Kaiser. You're watching another one of my comic book pull lists. These are the comics you should be reading over the holiday season. I live in Japan, and I get these comics from Discount Comic Book Service, or DCBS if I have to refer to them later on. It takes a while for them to get to me, and I can only get once monthly shipments because I don't live in the United States. All of these comics have come out sometime in the past 3 to 4 weeks. This isn't every comic that came out in that time, it's just the ones that I think that are worth reading. We have Batman number 103 and 104. We'll have conversations between both Ghostmaker and Clown Hunter going on in both of these, I guess. I'm a little bit behind on the story, but I am really liking the story that James Tynion IV is making. Here we have Batman Black and White. This is different than the Batman Black and White, like ampersand N. This is an anthology series that it's probably going to go only 6 issues, all stories dealing with Batman. I think multiple stories in each one. But there are a lot of superstar Batman writers and artists that are taking part in this. This is the Peach Momoko variant. We're seeing a lot of Peach Momoko's work on covers on a bunch of titles in DC and Marvel recently, and they have a pretty fast-growing fan base. This is out of Image Comics. This is crossover number 2. I'm a little behind on my reading. I was really excited about issue 1, but it's still sitting in my to-read pile. I have heard great things, and I still am excited to get into it. Donny Cates writing stuff that's not in the Marvel universe right now. I think he's going to have even more leeway, even though he's not really... He has no constraints really at Marvel. They're letting him do whatever the heck he wants. And having even those minimal constraints just off could be really crazy things going on in here. Department of Truth number 3. This series is pretty awesome. The idea of it is really new too. We've got a secret government agency that keeps conspiracy theories down, so not many people believe in them, because in this world, if too many people believe in them, then they do become reality. It's a pretty cool take on conspiracy theories and the deep state, I guess. Got Detective Comics 1031 and 1032. Just like Batman, I'm a little behind on here. If we're looking at these covers though, I got the regular cover for 31 and I got the Lee Bermejo cover for 32. The Bermejo covers cost a little bit more, and I'm getting up there on how much I'm willing to pay for a single issue of a comic. DC, I guess they're just testing how far they can go with it, but it's right on the brink. It's $3.99 for the regular covers of these, and then $4.99 for the variants with a little harder cardstock. I don't even think it was 3 years ago that Jim Lee was saying, we're not going to have any of our comics above a $2.99 price point. The regular baseline for comics right now is $3.99. That's how much some okay back issues sell for. It really makes me think what I expect out of my comic collection. Am I just looking for good reads all the time? Because there are back issues where I could get awesome stories that I still haven't read for $3.99. I don't know the answer to that for myself, but I am thinking about it. Immortal Hulk, number 40 here. Yeah, Marvel's got the $3.99 price point too. These are the kind of stories right here in Immortal Hulk that make me think, of course I'm not going to stop buying new issues of comics because there's just really amazing things going on. Alex Ross doing all the covers is awesome, and it's another reason to pick this series up because it's such a phenomenal series. Seriously though, if comics are $3.99, $4.99, well, there's so many here that are going to be $5.99 and up to $10 probably. It just makes me think, maybe I need to tamp down my new comics and then maybe, dive deeper into some older stuff that I haven't read before that I could get for the same price or cheaper, Of Justice League Dark number 40. Why did I say 40? It's 28. I really do like this team. They took a roll of dice on the first team and then they did on here as well. But I just think, it was just a better roll with this one. King in Black, number 1. This is another thing that makes me think maybe I don't need to buy so many modern comics. These huge event things. $5.99 cover price on this, okay? This is another Peach Momoko variant. The only reason I'm getting as many comics as I am actually is because I'm getting them from DCBS, and the average price for all of the comics comes down to just under $4. I don't think I could go into a comic book shop and pay full price for all of these and feel comfortable with the price I'm paying. We got Last God, this is number 10. I really love this dark fantasy series. From DC Black Label, it can be a little more violent. Riccardo Federici doing the art makes this an incredibly beautiful work of art. What's that? $5.99 price tag? Crap. Right here at Maestro, this is number 4. This is a short series. I think it's got maybe 6 issues in this series right here before we go on to Maestro, War and Pax. Maestro versus Hercules. 2 characters, actually, that I like a lot. I will not be picking up Maestro, War and Pax. They could have just continued it after this, you know? They could have just make it, like, I'm thinking now more... maybe I shouldn't be even picking up these limited series, you know? If it's going to be a limited series, I must just get the trade paperback. I don't know. I don't know the answer to the questions I'm asking myself. We have Marvel number 2. We got some great talent in here. Dan Brereton, which I am a very big fan of, and we don't see his art all that often. Is doing some stuff in here. Alex Ross doing the cover there. Kurt Busiek and people like that involved in this. Gotta read it. Got Red Hood 51 here. We got a new writer and maybe a new path for Jason to go down. We got Bizarro is definitely not in the picture anymore. Artemis, she's gonna be doing her own thing. I'm kind of just feeling this one out to see how I feel about it. We'll see. I really like Savage Avengers. Here we have number 15. It's a totally brutal team and an awesome mix, really. Like Conan and then like Venom and freaking Punisher, Elektra, Doctor Strange and Magic, Black Widow. Like the people that they're pulling on this team are just freaking, everyone's so awesome. And they're like totally cool together. It kind of reminds me, I really loved the team of Thunderbolts when Red Hulk was leader of the Thunderbolts. That was a freaking awesome run too. It was like Ghost Rider and Punisher and Deadpool and Elektra and that was just a freaking awesome. Oh, and the Agent Venom was on there. That was totally sweet. Memories. All right. 7 to Eternity has been on a very long break. So we're back here with 14. And I think it's going to be ending in a few issues as well. I don't really know what the point is now, but I will be picking it up until the end because it was such a freaking awesome series up until this point. 7 Secrets, this is out of Boom Studios. A few issues have, pulled at my heartstring, but also got me freaking so excited because the action was freaking mind-blowing. It's that kind of series. Stillwater number 3. Chip Zdarsky is an amazing writer. This series, I've definitely enjoyed every single panel of the first 2 issues. A little town, people inside it cannot die, even if they're shot in the face or buried in the ground for 2 weeks, like just happened to somebody. The town, I guess, is like really hardcore religious about who can come in and be part of their town. They think it's their God-given town, and only good non-sinners should be members. I don't know. It's weird, and some of the stuff they say, as crazy as it sounds, has some, like, real-world feeling in some of the arguments. Yeah, this is something that I hope goes for a long time, because it is a bunch of wicked cool drama. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 112. We are seeing that the now citizens of the mutant town that Hob made mutants because of his terrorist plot to turn everybody into mutants. He is probably going to be facing the consequences of his actions. Maybe everybody didn't know about this terrorist group called Mutanimals, but they do now. Thor number 10. This is the nullified variant, K-N-U-L-L, because of null. King in Black will hopefully not be taking a big part of a Thor story because I'm really liking what's going on here. Black Winter was kind of easily taken care of, but he's definitely 100% absolutely coming back again. In a big way, probably another event as soon as this King in Black stuff is finished, probably. Unearth, number 8. I love body horror. There's a whole bunch of that in this comic. I haven't talked about him so much recently, but I do love Cullen Bunn's horror. We got Venom 30 and 31. As you can see, part of the King in Black story will be going on in here. I'm getting the main King in Black series, which will probably be like 6 issues. I'm still getting Venom because I was already reading it, and I guess it kind of ties directly into what's going on in here. I will not, however, get any of those one-shots, like Savage Avengers one-shot. I like Savage Avengers. I'm not going to get that one-shot. then with Captain America, and then Iron Man, and everybody's getting one. I'm not gonna get any of them. All right, those are all the comics I'm gonna be reading during my winter break. If you think I've left anything out, any must-reads, please let me know that down in the comments. Also, let me know what you think about, $3.99, $4.99, $5.99 comics. Should I be focusing on more, new issues, or should I just go back to some back issues and focus on some time-tested, excellent stories? How much of your collection comprises, classic comics, and how much is, newer stuff, modern stuff? I try to keep a good mix. Keep a lookout for some Golden Age horror comic videos coming out pretty soon. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. That'd be a great Christmas or New Year's, or even after that. I don't know, it'd be a great present. If you don't want to do any of those things, I do understand. I hope you had a nice time watching. I'm the Erroneous Kaiser. I'll see you next time.